Richard Huber and this is SatTV. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Erwin of Siemens. Erwin, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
Satellite interference, buzz phrase of the day. What's the problem?
Well, it's a huge problem, and it becomes more and more critical for the satellite industry because interference can negatively affect the quality of satellite links, so their satellite operators cannot guarantee the quality they gave to their customers. So they have to, they are eagerly looking for tools, for systems, for solutions to fight against these interference issues.
But what is actually causing the interference?
Interference is caused around 90 to 95% in all cases. It's unintentional. It's misaligned antennas, for example, hardware which is not working perfectly. Human failures. This makes 90 to 95%. But also there are more and more intentional interference, especially when you take a look on the North African region, Syria, Libya, in all these countries. Satellite operators are affected by intentional interference where people, political or religious people groups, try to transmit information via the satellite illegally.
Now, Siemens is addressing this problem.
Yeah.
You've brought out a new product called ILS1.
Yeah.
What does it do? How does it work? Or are you giving away too many secrets? No.
No, it's okay. No, it's not a problem. Well, yes, because traditional geolocation systems need to have at least 2 satellites for doing geolocation. You need to know the exact position and velocity of the satellites. All this stuff is often not available for the satellite operators, and that's why we have developed this single satellite geolocation solution. It works in a complete different way. We have done a complete different approach as other systems are available on the market. It works in a way that satellite signal, or the power of a satellite signal, has caused some variations because of the satellite movement, for example, atmospheric fluctuations or weather effects. All that causes variations in the power of a signal if you measure it versus time. But you can assume that carriers, satellite links, which are uplink from the same area on the Earth, have more or less the same variation, whereas signals uplink from another position on the Earth have other variations. So what we are doing is we are measuring the power of the interference signal in a certain time frame, compare these variations with other carriers, which are also measured at the same time, and do a correlation between these variation patterns. And this gives a so-called matching value. The matching value is an indication how good matches the pattern of a carrier with the pattern of the interference signal. And we can say that if the matching value is above 95%, then this carrier comes from the same transmit antenna as the interference signal. So in this case, we have really identified the transmit antenna of the interference signal, which means the accuracy is 0 meter. If the matching value is in a range of 90 to 95%, then we are sure that this carrier is transmitted from the same ground station but from a different antenna. If the matching value is, let's say, between 80 and 90%, then we can say the carrier is in an area of 10 to 15 kilometers from the interference signal. And so it goes down. So we are able to draw on a map circles with the very likely area where this interference is transmitted.
Now, is ILS1 a future-proof product, or does the types of interference continually change?
The types of interference changes, yes, but since ILS1 is just measuring the power of a signal, it works for any of satellite signals available. Even if it's a W signal, any modulated signal, whatever is there, it can be localized with the...
So ILS1 is the real game changer?
I hope so, that is the real game changer, yes. We have some reference installation already at some customers, and it's already improvement in operational environment, and it works really quite well.
So moving forward, next 12 months, is Siemens going to concentrate on the ILS1, or have you got other developments that you're working on?
We are definitely also working on the ILS1 system. We are currently improving that. But we're also working on other concepts. For example, we have sometimes the operators are faced with interferences which are there just for a very short time, just for a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes. And usually this is not sufficient to catch it with traditional geolocation systems. So what we are working on is that we are just storing the data, the raw data of a satellite signal onto the hard drive and provide the geolocation process, the analysis of the signal at a later time. So even if when the interference signal is already gone, we can do the geolocation with the stored data on the hard drive. This is one of our future projects.
Erwin, thank you very much.
You're welcome.